Activity 2, which is parallel tangents. So in this activity we want to see how many parallel tangents can we draw to a circle. Is there a limit, or is that we can have as many tangents? We can have as many tangents as we want, but can we draw as many tangents as we want that are parallel to each other? Well, this activity tells you that no, you cannot. At most, you can have only two tangents that are also parallel to each other. So there are only two tangents at most that are parallel to each other to a circle. So you can try doing this in two ways. First, you can try drawing it using a compass and a ruler, and I'm not going to do it here. Rather, I'm going to use the result of activity 1 to show you that indeed only two parallel tangents at most can be drawn to a circle, not more than that, not 3, not 4. So let's see. First we draw a circle, then we draw a second from the middle of the circle, and if you look at the text below the parallel tangents here, the yellow strip, your textbook, I've taken it from your textbook, so your textbook frames this in terms of a second. So it's the same thing, but considering a second makes it very easy to prove that we can draw only two parallel tangents at most on a circle, or to a circle. So I can move in two directions from this second, one to the left, the other to the right. You cannot move up and down, then those lines, because if you go up and down, then the lines are not going to be parallel. We want to draw parallel lines. So you can move in two directions from here. So we draw a line to the right first. It's a line parallel to the second in the magenta. Not magenta, I don't know, it's some shade of pink. Then to the left, then I draw one more to the right, then one more to the left. Actually, I'm not interested in these lines, parallel lines. I'm interested in a parallel line which is also a tangent. So if you keep drawing these lines on either side of the second, you will reach a point when you just touch the boundary of the circle, or you draw a tangent. So I'm not going to draw more tangents. I'll directly go to the point and draw a tangent here. Let's call it tangent T1. And if you draw one more line beyond this, because this is a tangent, I'm going to just touch the point here, then any other line you draw that is not this line, not above this, it's not just right above this line and it's slightly away from this point, then that line is going to be out of the circle. So that line we are not even going to consider because it doesn't lie inside the circle, doesn't touch the circle. Then you can do the same thing to the other side of the circle. By doing this, you know that there are two tangents that are parallel. And why they are parallel? Because these all lines are parallel to the second, so they are going to be parallel to each other too. So you know that you can draw at least two parallel tangents now. But can I draw, let's say even at this point where, let's say this is tangent 2, but from activity 1 we know that we can draw only one tangent to a point. So if you take tangent T1 or T2, any of them, you would see that at this point where the T2 touches or T1 touches the circle, I can draw a line through this point, but only one such line. By such line I mean a line that is tangent, a line that is a tangent I can have only one line at this point. So any other line I'm not interested, because I'm interested in a tangent and I can draw only one here. We know it from activity 1. So there is no use drawing any line at this point. But can I draw a tangent at any other point on the circle? Because I cannot draw here on the point at the point where T1 or T2 touches. At the points where T1 and T2 touch, I cannot draw any tangent. But what about other points? Let's see. Well, let's see a point on the left of the second. Can I draw a tangent here? Well, you draw a second. Let's see, and you take a point, this blinking point here, and I want to draw a tangent to it. Can I draw a tangent here? Well, yes, you can draw a tangent, but this is not going to lie above the line parallel to the tangent. They are going to be in different directions, so they are not going to be parallel. And you can conclude here that the tangent and the line that is parallel to second are not parallel. So obviously at this point you don't have both the lines lying, let's say tangent lying above the second here in the blue. And I can draw as many points as I want in this in the circle, to the circle, a tangent, and then pass a second through it. Then I can try it for another point, let's say here on the other side. Here I can draw a tangent, and a tangent and the second here is going to be in completely different directions. They are not parallel, and obviously they are not going to be parallel. I mean, the line and the tangent are not going to be parallel to the second at the same time. And you can try drawing it. And actually, if you keep going, you will reach the point T1, point where I have drawn the T1. So this way you will reach that point, but I already know there is a tangent. I mean, it is going to be the same tangent. So there is no point doing that again. And then you can go back from this point to the point where I have drawn tangent T2, but then I would again draw the same tangent. And you can keep trying it. You won't be able to find a point except these 2 points where the second and the tangents, they both, or let's say they both are inclined at 0 angle. That's why they would be parallel. And if they are parallel, and I'm already drawing a second that is parallel to the second in magenta, so they will be parallel. But except these 2 points, I know here that they won't exist. So I can say that on a circle, only 2 tangents can be parallel, at most, not more than that.